Hey there everybody and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob and I am back after being gone for a week. Thanks for being patient with me as I took some time off over the Memorial Day weekend to go visit my family. But we're back to it now with Age of Wonders, and I've spent a good hour or so just sitting here staring at this map, trying to reacquaint myself with everything that was going on, looking through your comments. There's a few things I think we need to go through before the end of the next turn, so let's just get cracking on it. First thing was from David Spengler, a good suggestion about this area here, what to do, because I was talking about putting a goblin city here, which to be fair would be a great spot for a single city, because it would reach here for the swarm darters to get the Vault of Knowledge. Actually reach all the way out here to get these. But of course, there's all this good stuff here. This could potentially be good for tame trolls. The Spring of Life here, great for big beetles. There's a few suggestions for ways I could split this up into multiple cities. One of them was actually to do 3 cities, but I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to make 2 cities here. So one of them I'm going to place here, which is going to be still a good city for swarm darters. It'll reach the Vault of Knowledge, but it'll also get this mercenary camp and the other production resource way out here. It will reach. I can turn on the hexes if you want to count them for yourself there. But the other one that I'm going to do, or that I'm going to place, is going to go right here, actually. In part because this is a great choke point, but also in part because it pretty much grabs everything in here that I need it to grab. And should grow fairly quickly, being a goblin city with the economic bonus upgrade that I have. I was also looking over here. There's a little area here that I need to clear out. I could put a fort. I was actually thinking down here, but then sort of decided why not put a city here, which is just another block off point for anything that would maybe want to come down this tunnel. Now, ideally, nothing's going to make it this far down here anyway, but just to be on the safe side, probably good to have a couple good choke points that stuff's going to have to push through if something does sneak through here. So that's the plan for here. I do need to rethink what I am doing here. So we got Temple, Observatory, Magic Library. I'm going to cancel all this briefly, and which actually bumps up my research back up to 795, by the way. It doesn't really matter because it's going to go back down on the next turn. But for the moment, I actually want 1 Goblin Builder, and then I can do the Settler. I'll do the... I'll do the Settler next, and then I think it was Temple, Observatory, Magic Academy. So I'll have it queued up like that. I want to get the Builder out first to just start placing down forts here, here, and probably here. Speaking of this area over here, I need to get some units over to deal with that. With Zari being out of commission for a few turns, I think that's what these guys are going to do. So they're pretty much out of movement for the most part at the moment. I probably should leave the ones that Zari is going to need to go in there with. So the Evangelists, but part of the problem with leaving the Evangelists is I actually need to heal them with the Necromancer. Then I have another way of healing. So they'll probably need to come along with me anyway. And then we'll all just come back after this area is cleared. Again, it's going to be another 3 turns before I can cast to get Zari back anyway. And she's going to have to travel. Well, actually, I probably could summon her. Can I summon a hero, buy another hero, or do they have to come from a city? I don't remember for sure, but regardless, I do want to run over here and clear this stuff, because I would like to get a city over here. It would give me some more race governance with the goblins, which I could really use. Now, there was a thought about turning this city into a human city. Somebody did mention that, but I think that may have also been David Spengler who brought that up. David Spengler is the one who suggested splitting this up into multiple cities, because down here, you see there's a enchanted tree and a Spring of Life. That just screams human knights right there. But I actually noticed there's a better place for me to build human knights. As a matter of fact, there's a Spring of Life and a crystal tree right here, and a human city right here. So as soon as I've cleared this area and have all these spawners out of the way that are kind of preventing me from absorbing a lot of these cities, then yeah, I can move forward with those plans and get a good human knight city started, which actually probably needs to happen sooner rather than later. I really need to get this area cleared out fast, and that's where comment from Uzi comes in. Uzi had a couple, actually. One of them was suggesting building a fort out here on the heart of the tropics, and I thought, that might be a good idea because casting points are kind of everything right now. But as I was looking at it, the city's going to grow to a metropolis 1 turn. It's also going to get the Grand Palace in 1 turn. So it's going to put it 2 of the way there. From there, it's just a wooden wall and a stone wall away. So I can actually get that in my borders faster than I could even get a builder over there. So I'm just going to do that. Plus, it'll give a little extra happiness boost to the city for having the Heart of the Tropics in the city's borders. So, but Uzi did have a great comment that I thought from it was just, why not take some units from the vassals, demand tribute, and use some of those to clear out these spawners. I think that's a great idea. There's really only one city that I can do it with very effectively, though, because, again, it lowers morale in cities by a fairly significant amount when you do this. But, and I want to double check these couple cities up here. See, the human cities aren't particularly thrilled with me. They're right on that 600 line, and I want to try to keep everybody above 600 if possible. But the orcs here, as you can see, they're almost at 1100. That is very close. Now, technically, doing this will drop it below 500, but the nice thing is that if you actually look at the reasons why I have the amount of happiness with them that I do, part of it has to do with made independent city a vassal times 4. Apparently that's 30 apiece, which is going to improve their relationship with me further, and I'm actually going to do that in another 2 turns, I think. Down here, where's the, there's a dragon city that I met. It was right here. They'll become a vassal under my protection in 2 turns, which actually boosts the orcs back up to over 1100 with me. So I actually think that I'm going to go ahead and do this. Having a few extra troops down in this area would be very handy. Just some meat shields to help clear this stuff out. I still think they're going to need some help from the armies up here, but I'm going to go ahead and demand that tribute now. I know this will drop them for a couple turns below 600, but that's okay, because it'll go back up before too long. So we'll say I demand a tribute of units and hope they give me something good. We'll say a small army, and it's going to drop gold income by 15. I'm going to lose out on about 30 gold doing this, but, well, plus the upkeep cost of the units, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and accept this. So they gave me, let's see, I got a shock trooper out of that. Not bad. I'll have them join up with the Wisp, and we'll see what we can do about some of these camps in the area. Now, like I said, I'm going to need a few other units down there to help. I think the Big Beetle is going to be one of them. I intend to split him off from the main army there. In fact, he can follow that road and get a little bit of a head start. Artica's army is going to have the Griffin Rider and the Ice Queen join it. The Big Beetle, I think, can go help clear all these 3 monster structures over here. I want to send a decent amount of units because they don't really have any healing with them, so I can't afford very sustained not casualties, but a lot of sustained damage because they're going to need time to heal. So at least the orcs get Victory Rush, so they'll heal a little faster from that. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm doing there. And the last thing that I need to take care of before the end of the turn comes from, aside from some terraforming, comes from Impregnable, who suggested sending the Eldritch Horror that is down here to go to Iggy and clear these barbarian camps along the way. Now, Iggy could really use a Eldritch Horror in his army, and as he is planning to come down, or I'm planning to have him come back down this way to clear this spawner and maybe do some work in this other area, it seems like there's a path going up this way that I could follow with the Eldritch Horror and these units. Hopefully connects to this road from this Naga city. The only problem is the bandit camp that's in the way, but I think I can deal with that because I've got these handy haste berries right here. So I'm going to grab those, and we'll see if this guy by himself can handle... That's... oh crap, that's not a bandit camp. Okay, change of plans. This city needs a firstborn now, because it's once again vulnerable. I don't know where those bandits came from. They must be out here somewhere. I actually thought that was the bandit camp. I was looking at it wrong. Okay, we'll send the Eldritch Horror up and around. Is that a... no, that's dirt walls. Okay, you guys better head back then, I guess. We'll keep him going up that direction. It does look like that road connects. So he can, once he hits that lake, he can float right across it and join Iggy. But yeah, now I need stuff to to back up in here. Impregnable suggested making dwarf firstborns in here now anyway, and not waiting until the whatever the spell is that I can cast, Keeper's Creed or whatever it is, that can give them some buffs. I will build one for now. In fact, I will queue 2 of them in case there's a quick complete production. Probably not a bad idea. I do still want a Grand Palace in that city because casting points are kind of everything. But you know what? I'll build one for now and then build the shrine because we're gonna need that mana, especially once I start summoning units. Right now, I've kind of got some extra to spare, but I'm gonna use it all on terraforming area and vassal cities before long. Mord has grown into a city. Okay, we know what's going on with Mord. We're back to click to end turn. And what I'm going to do now is go here, open spellbook, and we're going to flood fields. We got a couple tiles in this city that can be flooded. There's more over here. And I'm going to kind of go through most of my cities. Like the Tigran city here can use some barons, and I'm pretty sure I can flip up here and sow more salt in this city. I can spend just about as much mana as I possibly can right now. There's not really anything else I need casting points for, since it's pretty much all going to... you know what, I'll go ahead and work on barons here. The casting points are pretty much all going to Age of Magic right now. So the mana has already been spent for that. So I don't need to worry about that those costs. Out here, this human city is going to want fertile land. Oh, wait, I also know that my elf city down here, this could use some forest. So I can do that. Sorry if I kind of sound like I'm plugged up, or if it sounds like I'm plugged up or have the sniffles or whatever, it's because I do. I'm not really, I think it's spring allergies are starting to hit me. So my voice might sound a little funny today. Let's go back to open spellbook. We've still got enough to spend a little more. We'll fertilize land. Now, part of the reason that I want to do this is because if I get hit with Age of Deception, I want my cities to have a ton of extra happiness. That way they can handle the hit without going into, like, revolting and stuff like that. So that's kind of the idea here. We've still got enough for some more. 153 we're down to. We'll stop it there at 141. That's good enough for this turn. And then we can go to the end of the turn. I'm going to do a quick save here, just in case anything screws up. And then we can... I do want to check these armies one more time to see if anyone can kind of, like, sort of head out ahead. That guy could kind of get started. The Raider could get started. And this guy could catch up to the Beetle. Everybody else is at 0 movement, except for the Phantasm Warrior. He could get started. I kind of want them to have as much movement available to them as possible, except for these guys, which are staying with the Sorceress. Alright, so yeah, some of these units will be heading down that way. I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'm pretty sure that's everything. So let's go ahead and end the turn, and we will talk about some of the other comments that I need to be going through. So, with my Necro down underground, Greater Reanimate Undead. Let's talk about that for a minute. So this was a comment from Sarah Feingold and Insert Username. Both pointed out that I've been sort of ignoring Greater Reanimate Undead on this guy, because a lot of times what I think of when I use it is like, get Bone Dragons, which happen to be dedicated to evil, get Archon Titans, which are also dedicated to evil. But I wasn't really thinking about the fact that I have ghoul units now, so Greater Reanimate Undead can revive my own units if the ghouls go down. Now fortunately for me it costs 6, I have 1 point here, so the next time Karnak levels up, I'll be sure to pick that up for him. And then he can get back like a Goblin Evangelist or the Watcher or something if they go down. So that would be really handy for him. And I think that's all for him. So I will get that next time he levels up. He's actually pretty close. I think he's about 16 or 15 XP away. Crap, there's one I missed. I needed to remove Glyphs of Warding from the Naga, and Well, I can't cast it on any other vassals right now because Impregnable has suggested casting Glyphs of Warding on vassals for some time now. I kind of don't think I'm going to get around to that very soon because once Age of Magic is researched, I have to get Zari back. I have to put Keeper's Creed up on a new city. I think it's called Keeper's Creed. This is the spell that buffs. Is that called Keeper's Creed? I can never remember the name of this spell. Yeah, I know I have it here. Spiritual Freedom, that's it. Keeper's Creed is something else, I think. But yeah, I'll get Spiritual Freedom up on some of my cities. And then I'm going to have a lot of summoning that I need to do in a very short amount of time. So we'll see. I do think there are a couple cities that could really use Glyphs of Warding, and it actually shouldn't be that expensive, so I might be able to do that. But regardless, no matter what happens, Age of Magic has to come first. So we'll be working on that, but I needed to get rid of it from the Naga city here with the Glyphs, and I should have done that before the end of the turn, so I wasted a little bit of mana there, unfortunately. Okay, so what else do we have? City of Moorholm can help produce items. This also from Impregnable. Moorholm, I think, is this city here, and it is still working on a Grand Palace, which I want first, because again, casting points are kind of everything right now. So I'm going to get that Grand Palace first regardless, but after that, yes, I think I will build an Arcane Forge here and make some items, because my capital city it's got crap production. It's not good. So that's something I need to be working on. And then from insert user, it was insert username who said it was maybe best to not wait for Peacekeeper spell for Dwarf Firstborn City. We have to do this. Okay. Well, if I remember to edit this out, I'll be back. Okay, that little problem is solved. Domain invasion at Unothap. Oh, the dragons have come out in force to meet my army, and that's really not good because I wasn't expecting there to be 2 of them. Alright. I'm gonna have to manual combat this. This could be difficult and very dangerous. This is the type of the battle that I'm going to want to use casting points for. I've got stun options, but that requires getting close to those dragons. There's too many ways this could go south. I can't banish them, can I? No, nothing is summoned. I've got Safeguard, which doesn't really help a whole lot. Also, he's got Disintegrate. I just don't want to cast spells, though. We'll have to wait and see. If I get unlucky with a couple of these, if I get unlucky and get panicked, Disintegrate might have to be my backup plan. Alright, who do I want to give that, Grant Frozen Flames to? Do you have any spirit protection? Nope. Dang. As your resistance is 13, 13, 13. Everybody's resistance is more or less the same. I think I'm gonna have, you know what? I'll give it to the Elf Archer, actually, who can stay back and hopefully get some more hits in. Speaking of staying back, you should probably come this way. Well, fighting 2 dragons is what I was planning on doing here. The Haunted Boneyard itself doesn't actually have any dragons in it. So if I can make it past this, the next phase shouldn't be too bad. Alright, I want to lure both dragons into using their breath attack now on like a single unit, if that's possible. I wish I had somebody who could regenerate. Well, actually, I think the Naga can. He's got regrowth, okay. Now, most likely what's going to happen here is this dragon will use gas breath regardless, as will, I mean, this one has to, but I think this one will use it instead of just charging in, especially considering I got first strike and pole arm. So I think I'm going to leave him there. In fact, I'm going to actually put him here to try to lure the bird into attacking him. And then the next thing I want to do is make sure that my other units are spread out enough to where it's not likely they will be caught up in that gas breath. Now they might, if I spread them out, but also kind of leave them too close to each other in other places, that might still end badly for me. So I want to spread out quite a bit here. I got a feeling they will not all go after only that guy, though. In fact, I'm going to pull the elves back just a bit. Maybe to here. One of them might go after the Yeti. If they do, I guess that's okay. And then this guy can go here. I think that's all right. Of course, he finds a way to get 4 of them in there. Well, it's not the worst thing that could have happened, though. They're now they both now have their guard down, and I did get my regrowth off. So let's see. The next step is to see if I can. Well, I'm probably not going to be able to freeze him, but I definitely need to flank him. The elves are going to be great for this because of all that those bonuses they've got. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to try to kill this bone dragon. And there goes half its health. Elf archers did a great job there. The other one, I am probably going to need to rely more on stunning. I think what I'm actually going to do is sort of try to fall back a little bit. I need to move that. Kind of want that Naga to move, but I don't want it to take a hit from the dragon. I may actually need him to help finish the dragon, though. I wanted to move the Frost Queen here and get a clear shot on the Bone Dragon, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Let's see, do you have a healing item yet? No, you do not. Okay. Let's go ahead and use... That would probably kill the carrion bird. Well, I don't know. It'd be kind of close. The arrow may be more likely. He's in a relatively safe spot for that dragon running in, so we'll do that. Then I want to use this to turn this guy back around again. Ooh, good hit. Okay, good. I think I can kill this guy now. I want to avoid hitting it with a melee attack, because if I do, I take that chance of... I think somebody's going to have to hit it with a melee attack. But... Well, okay. Those Lost Souls can't really come anywhere close to reaching me at the moment, so... Although the other dragon can interfere with her... Oh, she gets a stun anyway, okay. Well, I mean... It's not bad. I'm gonna move this guy. Actually, I think this guy's good where he's at. I can get this Tigran out of the way of the other dragon, somewhere that he can't reach me. Probably here-ish. And then we'll put... I want this guy close to where that other dragon might show up. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is move these guys here, put this guy here. Because I got a feeling that dragon will go after the White Witch, and then I have this guy in an opportune position to try to deal with that. Same thing with this guy. I'll move him there. And then we've just sort of got the dragon surrounded, regardless of what he chooses to do. I think most likely he'll try to go after the White Witch, but he might go after my hero. Fortunately, he can't kill him unless he crits. Okay, it looks like he wants the hero. Okay, my hero got the crit and is now panicked, which is going to cause him to run away, which is going to cause him to die. Alright. That's 2 heroes in 2 turns. 2 heroes down in 2 turns. Which also means I'm going to have to revive him before I revive Zari, because it's the most recently deceased hero. Great. It also means that these guys may not be able... You know what? These guys are going to kill that Haunted Boneyard. This needs to go. Just seen that panic maneuver coming. Well, I can... Let's see. Maybe I can get a stun on this guy. That would be handy. No, we can't stun that one. The one that would be more useful to stun. Well, that guy burned a little bit, so he's only got 6 health. Anything is going to take him out. I just wish I could do it with a range attack. I guess I could get him with a range attack from those guys. You know what? Whatever, we'll do this. And I'm panicked, but that's fine. Because I can finish him off with these guys. In fact, I could do either. I think I would rather risk having a unit get panicked closer to me than further away, so I'll do that. And then I want this guy probably up there. We'll use the Naga to get the last hit. Alright, and then for the Lost Souls, I'm going to move up like this. Alright, please don't run away. Okay, another hero down. Let's get rid of that camp before it has a chance to spawn anything else. Graves Governance level up. 2 turns left until Age of Magic, 1 turn left until Sorcery, okay. With the Human Race Governance, I'm going to say the Human Cavalry earn more XP. I think that's a pretty... Yeah, this is a pretty much a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. Let those Knights level up super fast. I'll have to come back for that guy's items later. Or just leave a unit on him, but I kind of want these guys to continue on and clearing things. I could send the Node Serpent back for them. He's got plenty of movement. Alright, you start this battle. Probable defeat, huh? I actually disagree with that. I think I'll be fine. Might lose a unit, but it's worth it because with these camps, I would rather lose a unit now than let them spawn 2 more dragons and then I lose the whole army. So we'll take our chances here. I do the same thing with the elves, though. That worked out pretty well last time, all things considered. Now we need to guard the elves. 3 people despaired. Oh, everyone despaired. Okay, great.
Well, hopefully I can get some stuns. I mean, I can't stun that guy, but I could stun that. Do I want to try to stun the Bone Collector? Probably the Bone Collector. It's a bit tougher. Okay. Those guys might do a decent amount of damage to my Yeti, but the Yeti has regeneration, so if he takes some damage here, it's not the end of the world. Leave the Chariot on defense. He's the most vulnerable person here right now. You jerks. Took out my elves. Alright, whose units are whose? I want the Bone Collector to go away. He's out of movement again. You go away. You actually might be able to take that guy. Right. Undead Boneyard or whatever that is. There goes my Naga. Well, not exactly the outcome I was hoping for, but at least the important units survived. What are these items? Crazed chicken? I actually like that crazed chicken because you can use it to lure enemies into fighting you. Not sure about those wetlands walking. No, that's actually pretty good pants aside from the frost weakness. I'll take the reward. None of the people I'm fighting are frostlings, so we'll send that to... you know what? I'm just gonna send both of these to Hildy for now. Yeah, she's got some extra space and she's close. And then she can redistribute them to whoever needs them later. Well, that puts a damper on my plans here, although the bandit camp's not going to be nearly that hard, so I think these guys can continue on. I want to go back and at least pick up this guy's items. Probably send those to Hildy as well. She is the closest. And we want to keep that egg in the process towards hatching. The crossbow, I guess I'll send to Arctica for now. Okay, so we cleaned up his stuff, and this should be enough units. And since I just killed that dragon army, I shouldn't have to worry about any more of them showing up. These guys should be sufficient to go up here and clear out the bandit camp. I hope they're not still exploring in this area. Because there was that lost soul around here somewhere from Purple earlier, and I don't really want him to find me yet. Because then everyone would see me. Domain invasion here again. There's more of these guys showing up. I am making apprentices now, but a single apprentice isn't going to hold that off. Football offers a tribute. Ooh, yes, yes. A small army, please. I hit the max mana again. I must have had a mana happiness event. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I have 1300 mana capacity. You know what? Between these guys and... Oh, good. There's a human priest in there, too. That's some healing. Between these guys and the orcs, I might actually be okay. The only problem is they're sort of split up right now. Let me move them down here. Where's my orcs? New ones. There they are. So I need to kind of navigate through here without getting picked off by the wandering stacks that I'm here to defeat. I'm gonna send the fast beetle rider out ahead. Whoa, hang on. Accidentally clicked on something. I'll send the fast beetle rider out ahead to meet with the orcs. That should be okay. Between the beetle rider and those guys, that's 2 tier 3s. Should be able to help clear an eldritch camp. I probably should send another sorcerer down with them, though. Somebody with stun. These two can go join these guys over here, and with them combined with those guys, they should probably be okay. And then we'll just have some kind of extras bringing up the rear. I am going to... Oh, you know what? I want that earth elemental with my sorcerer's army. Give them a good heavy hitter. The other units that are with the sorcerer's army are already right where they should be. I think the griffin is probably going to join the druid's army, more likely than not. So we'll send it out this way. And then this other stack, I'm just going to stack all 6 of these units on top of each other. And there'll be extras down here to just help. Because there's a lot of other structures that need clearing in this area, and I don't really have the luxury of sending a hero to go do it. I can't even keep my heroes alive right now. Iggy leveled up again. Let's see, got inflict severely poisoned. He's got shadow form options. Cloak and dagger. I think I might save up for some more cloak and dagger for Iggy. That sounds good to me. We'll hang on to those points. Okay, can incorporate another vassal into the empire. I'm gonna exit that. I don't know enough about what else is... Well, I can find out some more here. This Naga City might actually be safe aside from this, which Iggy is closing in on. Okay, so we'll get the extra happiness with them too. This guy can move underground. This is nice. He can go straight across, and we'll have an Eldritch Horror with Iggy in no time. Okay, I got my firstborn done here. That's gonna be enough to fend off a small attack combined with these guys. So apparently the bandit camp's gotta be over here somewhere. Which would also partially explain why they snuck up on me so fast. Earlier in the game, they must have just been in the fog of war. Cabalg has a great temple. We'll change that to Grand Palace. Cancel the Sorcerer's Conflux for the moment. And since happiness is at 803, I'm going to hurry production on that. Then we'll do the Sorcerer's Conflux afterwards. And again, this city grew... Oh, crap. That's got to get cleared, too, before I can reap the benefits from it. I forgot I hadn't cleared that already. Well, that's what the army with the orcs can do. So I'm kind of forming up 2 armies here. One that's going to have orcs in it, and another one that's going to have the humans and some of these other random units. So I think the orc army will clear this, and then I can bring them over here and deal with that, hopefully. They might not be really strong enough to do that without casualties. I don't know. I want to scout ahead with this wisp a little bit. I want to know what the orcs are walking into here. Nothing terrible yet. I'm going to have them hold position next to the wisp for the moment until I can get these guys a little closer. I can hit those haste berries on the next turn and speed along quite a bit. All right, I think I'm gonna leave them there for the moment. All right, an item has arrived. That's going to Iggy. It's his new quiver, and he's got all his awesome range gear now. Iggy's basically all good to go in terms of his range attacks. So that's going to be fun in the next battle. Festival of Magic and Kai, we got 372 mana. Okay, that's where that surplus came from. I'm going to go ahead and do the wooden wall and the stone wall just to get those borders grown a bit more, so I can actually have that in my territory at the very least. We grew in a metropolis. The city grew in a metropolis. That's good. And the city of Danilon has a quest available. What is this quest? I'm actually interested to know that, because I might be able to... Okay, it's stuff on the water. Reward is a human knight, but I don't really have the ability to go on the water and do anything right now, so I'm going to decline that. I don't think I have enough time. I'll just buy the city if I need it. I've got enough to focus on in this area as it is. Okay, got the builder done. 2 turns for a settler. This guy can head out here. I got my armies underground, so I'm going to stick with my original plan, keep the evangelists more or less together. At least, you know what I could do is have them travel with the Necro for a little while, and then after he's healed them, turn them around. So I can go like this, and I think I do want these flyers to be going this way. But who else, if I drop the 3 evangelists, who else do I need here? I want the nymph in that group to help with conversions. Because the evangelists are most likely going to turn around to help Zari when the time comes. That node serpent actually needs to be in that stack at the moment, just because it's injured and needs healing. The beholder, or the watcher, whatever you want to call it. This one, I think, I had mixed feelings about this guy. Wait, no, I don't have any mixed feelings about this guy. I was worried about Invoke Death killing it, but Invoke Death won't work on other undead units. So actually, he is definite, plus with Spirit Ray, yeah, he is absolutely somebody who needs to be waiting on this spot for Zari to return. Him, the 3 ghouls, Zari, and the Nightshade Fairy, I think, right? Spirit Protection 100, yeah. I could throw in the Gold Wyvern, but I don't think I'm going to need to. Because the Gold Wyvern could get killed. That could be invoked to death. So, yeah, this is the group that I want. Those 2 plus the 3 Evangelists and Zari. Yep, that's it. Okay, so everybody else can really join the Necromancer heading this way. Really, is there anyone who is at full health that does not need... Okay, you don't actually need to be on this tile. Although you're going to end up... He's going to end up going back, so... Actually need to send him that way. The Node Serpent does need to be there right now. And the Fairy could use a little healing. The rest of those guys can run on ahead. And... these guys can make it that far. Okay, this is kind of a weird situation here, but I just want to keep these guys busy while Zari comes back. So we'll bring more than enough firepower for them to come down, clear all of that pretty quickly and easily, and I'll be able to follow up with a fort pretty quickly. Join offer. I think this is not a safe join offer, so I'm going to unclick that. But let's see if there's anything else up here. We've got my Eagle Rider right here. Unfortunately, that road did not go to a city, but there is another cave entrance there. That's good to know about, I suppose. I'm not going to fly in and mark it. Well, you know what? 21. That would be... I don't think I could fly in, mark it, and then get back out. So instead what I'm going to do, because I don't want to risk flying down there and having the eagle get attacked by nasty things. So I'll fly sort of like this and end his turn maybe right here. That's good enough. And then he can just fly in there and fly right back out real quick on the next turn. I'll do that. And then I'm going to have him go across the water, because there's still all this area up north. There's got to be cities on the other side of that. Okay, we're still doing good here in Kithurks, or whatever the city's name is. Oh yeah, I had this builder. He needs to build a bridge. Okay. And you can keep going this way. What's next? Probably an observatory here. Yeah. I want the observatory. I'm going to want the wooden wall, and then, excuse me, the stone wall. And it'll grow in 14 turns. Do I have the hospital here already? Yeah, it looks like I do. It's not a... Yep, I've got the hospital already. So we'll get the builder's hall. We'll get the wooden wall, and then the stone wall after that. Although I'm probably going to want to have the shrine queued just in case. Pillar of Stylites and Enchanted Armor in this city, although it doesn't really help the Draconians. They don't really have much in terms of armored units. Alright, Hildy can finally do this, which I've been waiting on for some time now. Who do I need to bring with me? Probably need to make sure both of the snakes are getting as much training as possible. So I'm going to move one of them up here. We'll move the giant because we need kind of a heavy hitter to help. We'll have Hildy in there. We'll have her other snake. We'll have, I think, the Ice Queen. And who else? One of the Phantasm Warriors, probably the one with less health, actually. Then Hildy can use healing. Okay, that'll work. This guy needs to build a bridge. Cool. So we got that done. So that when they are done, they can start heading back. And then I can build a road to kind of help connect things on the next turn. Alright, so you guys have a battle ahead of you. Probable victory. The snakes are kind of bringing my overall combat score down, but I think with the giants in there, I'll do okay. But I want to make sure both of those snakes are getting plenty of training, starting immediately. Alright, I forget your longbow is buried behind other things. I want to start, well, I was going to start by healing the Phantasm Warrior, but maybe I should have brought the Mammoth in on this one, because there's a lot of elemental damage dealers in here. I could always use the phase strat. Phase and Ice Nova, Mass Stun, that kind of thing. Don't know if I want to be that aggressive just yet, though. It would probably be okay. I think I'm going to back off, heal the Phantasm Warrior, and see if they bunch themselves up at all. Or come out more into the open. A lot of them are still sort of behind other things. This snake has Marked Blood Sacrifice. Is that an inherent ability, or is he getting that from Shrine of the Skull Lord? Okay. They all have Marked Blood Sacrifice then, most likely. No? Well, I can try to make use of that. Alright, the plan is then to back up. I'm going to have you heal him, and then I can go ahead and have the giant lava boulder. Nothing wrong with that. I need to keep that snake away from the Ice Queen. And we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't mind them mobilizing her too much. She's mostly ranged anyway. This is a much better opportunity for the Ice Queen right here. Okay. Because I can go right here. Ice Nova the heck out of all these guys. I stunned one of them, but I'm pretty sure I can kill multiple others and get some healing out of it too. Is Mark Blood Sacrifice? Nope, I have to get... That's a touch ability, okay? Or it seems to be anyway. Yeah. Alright, well you're immobilized, but that doesn't really matter very much. I probably should have... It's acting like the lightning bolt won't bother these guys. It's acting like it won't hurt. Does that not hurt your own units? I thought for sure that it did. She's got 67 out of 77. Huh. That's interesting. I thought that hurt your own units if they got caught in the area of effect. Well, in any case, these guys are pretty much toast now. I'm going to move this snake to here and this one here, and then I can use the spit. I want to try to let them get kills if I can. I'm just not 100% sure how to do that. So you with the boulder, okay, that actually should work. Okay, that'll let you get a kill with the spit. Okay, so there's a level for that snake. And this one I can soften up a little bit with a Phantasm Warrior. Probably preferably from this side. Hopefully this doesn't kill. Okay. And the reason that I'm splitting them all up in this way is because depending on if the bard charms someone or not, I don't want them to be able to turn around and hit my snake. But as it is right now, I think that snake's... Actually, that snake might be in a little bit of danger. Okay, they went for the charm. That's actually fine. Okay. Well, they got the snake. I guess it's this one that I'm going to have to try to level now. I get a kill on him. Apparently, it's not a guaranteed thing. I have to kill that. Okay, I have to kill that apprentice. And I can't actually move her, so the best I can do right now, I think, is curse. And that's not an apprentice, that's a bard. Alright, I didn't want to lose a snake there, especially a shock serpent, but apparently I'm pretty rusty right now. Darkbringer gemstone, we're going to sell that for gold. I don't know if they got lucky with high rolls on that, or if I just severely underestimated how much damage they could dish out. Um, anyway, that's getting sold for gold because that's a useless item. And you guys can move back, and I guess we'll put this guy back with you. And send this guy out ahead. Alright, these guys were going back to deal with this monster den. There's other stuff along the way I kind of do want to clear, but I think I'm going to focus on the monster den first. The monsters that are in there could prove to be somewhat difficult to fight, and I will just clear this stuff on my way back, I think. Although the gold, oh man, the gold mine is tempting though, because I've been kind of scrounging for gold lately. And it shouldn't be too hard. You know what? I'll get the gold mine, because it's just a bunch of grumpy halflings. They should be pushovers. Well, I think the first thing that I want to do is have this guy do a self-buff. And next, let's just move these guys up. The ogres will be the star of the show against the halflings here, I think. And I just need to get them out of their little comfort zone. As a matter of fact, I think I can just straight up kill that jester, although that'd be a little risky running the ogre in by himself like that. I think I'd rather... I'm going to try to get them to come to me. Alright, on the next turn I can run up and use fire bolts with that guy. And I could also on the next turn run up and hit him with the hunter. This'll work. Okay, now I can actually dish out some pain here. Let's use you. Can't quite get the stuns with that guy. The hunter could be in trouble if I don't put some extra pressure on these guys. I'm gonna move Hugh here. Maybe I can get a lucky freeze on somebody. I think I would preferably prefer to freeze the farmer. Okay, good. Little spot of good luck there. I'll defend with that ogre. And then most of the people down here are physical damage dealers with the exception of the jester, so this guy should be fine moving up this way, and I'll help guard the hunters with that other ogre. Looks good. This is a phase situation, I think. Surprise. Froze them for another 2 turns. Who needs levels? Let's just give them to the ogres. Okay, that's a little bit of extra gold. That's fine. Gold per turn is always good. The other Phantasm Warriors, that would be a taller order for this group, so I'm gonna leave them for now. And just continue on to the monster den. forgot I had this white witch out here. I think I'm going to have her sort of join the main group. I want to have some extra units on this path forward. I don't want it to be just my main leaders and heroes and their stacks. I want to have some extra meat shields. Public baths is done here. That throws the temple in, and I'll go ahead and get the hospital going too. The city is still city size, so I might actually let the hospital go first and then do the Great Temple. After that, I'll have the Sorcerer's Conflux ready to go, but we'll most likely change it. Frosting Builder is... I just made the fort. I think he was working on the road. Yeah, he was connecting the road to everything else, which actually technically does need to be finished. I think I'll take it to about there, and that's good enough. Where does he need to go next? There's other cities. Okay, yeah, so that was the... This guy's going down here. Right. And we'll most likely plant his city there. The other one I think was going to build a fort in preparation for an elf city that I'm creating, which is going to make for some halfway decent Griffin riders because of the Spring of Life over there. I have a lot of Springs of Life scattered around. Alright, there's my monkey underground. And there's a necro camp. Okay, good to know that's there. That must be what spawned those lost souls which are harassing my other people. Though now I pretty much know that these places connect. So I think I'll have the monkey go up and around. There's another city up here. Great. I need to meet them. The lost souls, get away from them, and I'll go this way. Not sure if the boar will make it through in time, although I might send... I'm going to send that boar along with the monkey. I need to keep looking for paths west. Whether northern or underground. Actually, the boar... I mean, Iggy's army will probably take this road wherever it goes. So I guess the boar probably should continue going this way. Alright. You guys can hold for the turn, as can Iggy. I still got my warg. This one is the one on the east side, yeah. Okay, so I need to see if I can slip him past here. Hey, I will take that money. Oh, good, haste berries. Excellent. And I've got just enough to reach them. Love it when that happens. Okay, there are more animals there. I might be able to outrun them. Oh my gosh, there's even more. Nope, that warg's not going to be able to outrun them. He needs to go back, and he'll have to try to look for another way around. If there is another way around. I guess we'll find out, but if I send him that way, he's just going to die. Okay, good, I can go up this way. Get a little more mana up there, too. Alright, I'll continue working on that free gold. These guys... Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Enemy is in domain, so it's making them unhappy enough that it's causing them to take 2 turns to produce these units instead of 1. You better go sit there until I'm fairly confident that the city's prepared. Could you guys just stop doing annoying things to slow me down? Good gosh. I think most of the rest of my units are pretty much where they need to be. In fact, those 2 can go on camp there. They're not going anywhere else. Okay, I think I'm at the end of this. Yeah, I'm at the end of this turn, which means I can do a whole lot more terraforming. See, the Elf City got all the woods they needed for now. Tigrant City's got all the barrens it needs for now. This Orc City has grown, so there's more that can be done there. So salt. Except I can't because I've got a beetle rider on one of those tiles. And I could do a little more here. Human City's already got plenty of fertile plains. That Human City could use more, although I kind of want to focus on my own cities here first. Spellbook will get Grow Forest for the elves here. Maybe try to keep it out of the path where I'm going to build a road, because it doesn't really make sense to grow forest and then build a road anyway. We'll most likely have the road cut up this direction, so I think a forest tile there is fine. Alright. I can't build any out there. I can do more fertile plains for the frostlings. Fertilize land, we'll get these. And that sneaky one over there. And there's a whole ton that can be done in this city. In fact, I will probably spend almost all of the remainder of my mana fertilizing land in this city. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. Spend almost 1,000 mana on terraforming, and I don't even feel bad about it. Okay. I still have 202 mana left over. I guess I can clear that out. Oh yeah, there's a few tiles over here. I want to leave a little bit on hand, though. Maybe about 150 or so. Yeah, that's good. 154. That's fine. Holy crap, that's a lot of terraforming. So yeah, plenty to do. Plenty of extra terraforming. Terraforming is nice because it just gives you a sink to throw all that extra mana into. Alright, more to shrunk into a town, but I think it will grow back on the next turn. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So in one more turn, it'll be big again. And then I'll keep building settlers and it'll be small again. But that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. Alright, we can go to the next turn. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, though, I think. I think it's been about an hour. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Actually, you know, I can't really say that in good conscience because I kind of lost some stuff here. Losing that snake and my hero were both kind of big setbacks. So unfortunately, I guess this is what I get for taking a week off. Although, let's be honest, I probably would have made those mistakes regardless. Hopefully we can get bounced back from it, though. The main focus of our plan is still well underway, with my leader coming up through here and us getting ready to charge directly head on at the rogue. Age of Magic coming in 2 turns, so we'll be able to do a whole bunch of summoning, hopefully all really fast. Unfortunately, there's 2 heroes I need to get back now. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Let me go ahead and get rid of Glyphs of Warding here while I'm thinking about it. Especially with the dragons no longer in the area, that spell is definitely no longer needed. Finally can get rid of some of these bandit camps that have been slowing me down for a while, and once I can fully absorb this whole section of land here, I can really start to grow and expand quite a bit. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. There will be 2 more coming, back to my normal schedule for a while, until maybe at least the 4th of July. We'll see what happens that weekend. But besides that, I'll be around. So hope you guys enjoy the episodes. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, Spanglefan, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.